Hey guys, in today's video, I will be reviewing the top 8 best braided fishing line for Baitcaster. I made this list based on my personal experience, and I try to rank them based on their quality, durability, customer reviews, and more. If you want to know about the best pricing and more information, you can check the description links below. Number 8 in my list is Spiderwire Braided Fishing Line. The Spiderwire Stealth Blue Camo Braid Fishing Line earned top marks in our testing, boasting a perfect combo of feel, strength, and low visibility when cast in the water. We tested a 20-ohm line, but it has a fine diameter and felt more like an 8 pounds test mono line. The slender line helped us add way more line on the reel than a standard 20-ohm mono line would allow for. And you know what else we like? This line simply cast better than others, repeatedly casting beyond the rest of the mono and braided lines with ease. Want the ability to sneak up on some fish? The line's uncommon blue camo color camouflages spectacularly in the streams and lakes where our testing took place, allowing us to be more incognito when casting. The memory of this line is barely noticeable, which is a great asset if you've ever had to manage wind knots. Number 7 in my list is Seagar 101 Basics Braided Fishing Line. Seagar released another fluorocarbon line last year called Seagar Basics, and I've been testing it for months as well as answering inquiries about it for just as long. Most folks want to know if it is any good, is better or worse than Red Label, and what are the issues with it. When it comes to fishing line, people are fanatics about the stuff they like, and maybe even more so about the stuff they have a single bad experience with. So I definitely get vetting a new line. Like a lot of people, I'm always looking for value. I almost never buy the most expensive option. I also, however, hardly ever buy the cheapest option. I like that middle of the road area a lot where I am not breaking the bank, but still getting qualities that make the products worth owning. Outside of food, clothing, and shelter, most products we buy are simply matters of convenience. Will this product get the job done? How little can I spend to get the job done? Will this help me with a problem I'm having or make a repetitive task easier? Number 6 in my list is Seagar Tatsu Strong and Supple Braided Fishing Line. This is the finest fluorocarbon you can buy, bar none. It uses the highest materials sourced by the originators of fluorocarbon fishing line. Small diameters, incredible sensitivity, castability, and sensitivity in one low-stretch fishing line. We do everything from crappie and bluegill fish with it and pitch it into the gnarliest wood cover we can find to wrestle big bass out. This line has never failed us and has wowed us on many occasions on what it stood up to and didn't break. Number 5 in my list is Berkley Triling Big Braided Fishing Line. It's just hard to bet against Berkley Big Game. It's one of the top-selling lines of all time for a reason. You can fill a bunch of fishing reels for just a few bucks with this line and leave it on your rod and reel all season and just grab it and go when it's time to fish. It's no-nonsense dependable line for the money. I still know a lot of really good big bait guys who only throw big game and swear by it. It's just proven itself over and over with giant catfish, stripers, big bass, and more. It is a low-cost line that budget-conscious anglers can count on. Number 4 in my list is Uuri Braided Fishing Line. Although this line does have a tendency to lose some color over time, I'm not really worried about it because permanent markers cost about $1, so that's not a huge deal to me. But I consider this line to be somewhat of a working man's braid because it's inexpensive and it does the job just fine. It won't let you down and you'll be able to confidently set the hook each and every time. I've had some of this line on a reel for almost 2 years now, and I can't recall a line failure. I also like Uuri's marketing with this line, which is pretty simple. You're not going to see a bunch of crazy claims and flashy graphics on their packaging. It is what it is, which is dang good braided fishing line. Number 3 in my list is Seagar Smackdown Braided Fishing Line. I first fished this line with my buddy Mark Daniels, Jr., who happens to be a very accomplished professional bass fisherman. We were on Lake Hartwell and came across some schooling hybrids and stripers, so with our content work being done for the day, we smiled at each other and pulled into the small cove and rigged up some ultra-lightweight swim baits on 15-pound test Smackdown. The first cast blew me away, and I don't say that lightly. He just giggled and tossed me the empty box of Smackdown and told me I needed to get my hands on a few spools. I was bombing that tiny little swim bait, and we caught the tar out of 'em that afternoon. Those line sides can be tough on braided line because of all their sharp fins and gill plates, but we didn't have the first problem with this line. This should definitely be high on your shopping list, especially if you fancy a spinning reel. Number 2 in my list is Spiderwire Durab Braided Fishing Line. I've been incredibly impressed by this particular braided line for a multitude of reasons. Not only is it quiet coming through both the line guides and vegetation, but it's also made of nails and can handle just about anything you throw at it. If you're a river rat who likes to get down and dirty with shallow water cover, pay close attention to this line. It will stand up to abuse, and it's not going to kill your bank account either. You can also expect above average knot strength and shock absorbency that allows for some big-time hook sets without any worry of line failure. It's a pretty stiff when you first put it on your reel, but after 2 or 3 fishing trips, it will start to soften up and become a bit more manageable. I've also noticed that it holds its color quite well, which of course helps it last longer and saves you money. Number 1 in my list is Berkley X9 Braided Fishing Line. It may not be the most expensive braided line out there, but if you're looking for long casts and easy line management, I'd suggest taking a long look at this line. I'm all about some affordable fishing gear, and when it performs as well as more expensive brands, count me in. This braided line utilizes 9-carrier technology, and it's very round, which helps it avoid digging on itself, and also helps it glide through your fishing rod's line guides smoother and quieter. I've tested all kinds of braids over the past decade plus, and there are a bunch that are way too loud in your guides throughout the retrieve. With this line, however, I was super impressed by how quiet it was while I worked my lures and baits. Alright guys, this was our today's video. If you find this video helpful for you, then like the video, and if you come to our channel first time, then hit the subscribe button for our amazing upcoming videos. Be sure to check out the links in the description for the updated price of all products discussed in this video. Hope you have a great day and see you soon in the next video.